Paris, 1800. Bonaparte personally presents an honor sabre to a young colonel of 25. The colonel takes it, raises his eyes, and says, "Any hussar who hasn't died by 30 is a blackguard." Bonaparte smiles. He already knows this man. His name was Antoine Lasalle, cavalry general, commander of the Infernal Brigade. Antoine Charles Louis de Lasalle is born in Metz, into a family of minor Lorraine nobility. He is 11 years old when he enters the army. Substitute second lieutenant, meaning a child in uniform waiting for his hour. The revolution breaks out. The nobility is purged from the ranks. Lasalle deserts the royal infantry, re-enlists as a common cavalryman, and claws his way back up through iron. 1796. The Army of Italy. Bonaparte, and a young hussar captain who does not seem to believe in his own death, Vicenza. Lasalle commands 18 cavalrymen. Facing them, 100 Austrian hussars. He charges anyway. In the melee, he finds himself alone, cut off from his men, surrounded by 4 enemies who demand his surrender. He wounds all 4, plunges into the Bacchiglione River, swims across, and rejoins his camp. He made a detour to the Marquise's house along the way, an Italian noblewoman, his lover. He knocked on her door, then left, shouldering past a few Austrians on the way out, taking prisoners and 9 horses. Bonaparte hears of it. He turns a blind eye to the escapade and promotes him to squadron commander on the spot. Rivoli, the battle that opens the gates of Austria. Lasalle charges until total exhaustion. Again. The Austrian columns break. When the fighting stops, Bonaparte points to the enemy flags taken in battle, scattered in the mud. "Go on, Lasalle. Lie down on them. You've earned it." Back in France, 1800. Egypt is behind him. The pyramids, the Sinai Desert. Lasalle has done everything, crossed everything. He is 25 years old. Now colonel of the 10th Hussars, he carefully tends his legend. He founds the Society of the Thirsty, a brotherhood of drinkers that scandalizes Parisian society. He drinks, he swears, he sings at the top of his lungs, and he smokes. The pipe is his emblem as much as the sabre. "A hussar who doesn't smoke is a bad soldier." Marbeau, one of his contemporaries, sums him up in his memoirs. Napoleon indulged him to a truly incredible degree, laughing at all his escapades and never once making him pay his debts. Jena, 1806. The Prussian army has just been crushed. It flees. On its heels, the Infernal Brigade, 500 hussars, Lasalle. On the 29th of October, the brigade arrives before Stettin, a fortress, 5,000 Prussians, 281 cannons. Lasalle does not turn back. He has his single ammunition wagon driven back and forth across the ridge to simulate entire batteries. He sends an officer to negotiate, not in his own name, but in the name of Murat, whose vanguard is supposedly there with 10,000 men. At 2 in the morning, the governor still hesitates. Lasalle dictates his reply. "If by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning the capitulation has not been carried out, the town will be bombarded, taken by storm, the garrison put to the sword." At dawn, the gates open. 5,000 Prussians march past 500 dirty, exhausted hussars. Napoleon hears the news. He declares, "If my hussars are taking fortresses, I might as well disband my artillery." Von Romberg, the defeated governor, presents Lasalle with a porcelain pipe. Lasalle accepts it, naturally. Spain, 1808. A war without rules, without lines, without mercy. The Spanish call him El Picaro, the rogue, the trickster, the cunning one. A character from a 17th century picaresque novel put in the saddle. He wins at Medina del Rio Seco, he wins at Burgos, he wins at Medellin, but Spain weighs on him. This is not a clean war, it is a war that gnaws. It is from here that he writes to his wife, "I love you as I love tobacco smoke and the disorder of war." 1809. Austria has rearmed. Napoleon recalls him from Spain. Essling, Raab, and then Wagram approaches. On the evening of the 4th of July, the night before the first day of battle, Lasalle opens his campaign chest. His favorite pipe is broken inside. He tells his officers he will not survive this battle. The 5th of July is a hard day. The 6th is the decisive one. Lasalle operates with Massena on the left flank. His hussars charge. They are exhausted when the hour of pursuit arrives. Lasalle no longer has his hussars. He sees cuirassiers held in reserve, not yet committed. He puts himself at their head. Everyone knows his name. The cuirassiers are heavy, slow, Their horses labor. Lasalle pulls ahead. Before him, Hungarian grenadiers in retreat. One of them turns. He kneels. He takes careful aim. The shot fires. Antoine Lasalle dies from a bullet to the forehead. He was 34 years old, 4 years more than his own prophecy. A few days before Wagram, he had written to his wife, "My heart is yours, my blood the emperor's, my life belongs to honor."